Hello everyone and welcome. Are you confused about the old versus new tax regime in India? You're not alone. The government has made some significant changes, especially with the latest updates in the Budget 2025. In this video, we'll break down everything you need to know to decide which tax system is best for you. Let's start with the basics. The Indian government introduced a new tax regime to encourage taxpayers to adopt a simpler system. But the old regime is still in place. The key difference lies in how many deductions and exemptions you can claim. Old tax regime. This is the system most people were familiar with. It allows for over 70 exemptions and deductions like house rent allowance, HRA, leave travel allowance, LTA, and deductions under Section 80C. Section 80C allows for a reduction of taxable income up to 1.5 lakh rupees. The basic exemption limit is 2.5 lakh rupees and it has different tax rates for different income slabs. There are various deductions for investments like EPF, LIC, ELSS and PPF. New tax regime introduced to offer lower tax rates but with fewer exemptions. The government wants taxpayers to eventually transition to this regime. It is now the default tax regime. However, you can still choose the old regime by submitting Form 10 IEA. In fiscal year 2024 to 2025, the new tax regime has increased the basic exemption limit to 3 lakh rupees and includes a standard deduction of 75,000 rupees for salaried individuals. Here are the tax slabs for the new regime for fiscal year 2025 to 2026, annual year 2026 to 2027. According to the Budget 2025 update, up to 4 lakh rupees, nil, 4 to 8 lakh rupees, 5%, 8 to 12 lakh rupees, 10%, 12 to 16 lakh rupees, 15%, 16 to 20 lakh rupees, 20%, 20 to 24 lakh rupees, 25%, above 24 lakh rupees, 30%. For fiscal year 2024 to 2025, the rates are slightly different. It's important to note that the new regime has seen significant changes to encourage adoption, such as a higher tax rebate limit. Under the new regime for fiscal year 2024 to 25, a full tax rebate is allowed on income up to 7 lakh rupees, while under the old regime, it is 5 lakh rupees. Also, for the new regime, there is a standard deduction of 75,000 rupees. The government also increased the family pension deduction under the new regime to 25,000 rupees. This was done to make the new regime more appealing. How do you decide which regime is best? It depends on your deductions and exemptions. The break-even points, which show the amount of deductions required to make the old regime as good as the new regime. For example, for a salaried individual with a gross income of 8 lakh rupees, if your deductions are more than 1,38,500 rupees, it is beneficial to stay in the old regime. Let's look at some examples. Low deductions, 1.5 lakhs or less. The new regime is generally more beneficial. High deductions, more than 3.75 lakhs. The old regime is generally more beneficial. Deductions between 1.5 lakhs and 3.75 lakhs. It depends on your income level. See the detailed chart in the video to figure out what makes the most sense for you. Here are a few key deductions and exemptions not available in the new regime. House rent allowance, HRA, leave travel allowance, LTA. Deductions under Section 80C like EPF, LIC, PPF. Interest on home loan under Section 24B. Medical insurance premium, ATD. Interest on education loan, ATE. So, how do you choose? Firstly, calculate your net taxable income under the old regime by subtracting all eligible deductions and exemptions. Next, compare that with the tax liability under the new regime. Choose the regime with the lower tax liability. It's also important to inform your employer about your choice to ensure the correct TDS is deducted. The new regime is designed for those with fewer deductions and simpler tax situations, while the old regime may be more beneficial for those with higher savings and investments and deductions. That's it for today. Remember, the best regime for you depends on your specific financial situation. Do your calculations and choose the option that benefits you the most. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more updates on taxes and personal finance. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.